My roommate texted me. Your psycho brother just escaped from the psychiatric hospital and has your address. Run. I stared at the text message until my hands started shaking. My roommate Devin had sent it 10 minutes ago. 10 minutes I'd been frozen in our apartment kitchen, reading those words over and over. Your psycho brother just escaped from the psychiatric hospital and has your address. Run. My brother Eli wasn't psycho. He was sick. There's a difference. But he had escaped. And he knew where I lived. My phone buzzed again. Devin calling. Riley, did you see my text? Yeah, I saw it. The hospital called your mom looking for you. Eli attacked a nurse and ran. That was 2 hours ago. 2 hours. Eli could be anywhere. Could be outside right now. How did he get my address? I don't know, but you need to leave. Now, come stay at my parents' place. I should have said yes. Should have grabbed my keys and run. But I couldn't move. Because the last time I saw Eli, 6 months ago at Fairview Psychiatric, he'd looked at me with tears streaming down his face and said, "You're the only one who still sees me as human, Riley." And I'd promised to visit more. I'd visited twice in 6 months. Riley, are you listening? I'm here. Eli's dangerous. You remember what happened to Dad? I remembered. Everyone made sure I'd never forget. 3 years ago, Eli had a psychotic break. Thought Dad was an imposter. Attacked him with a baseball bat. Dad survived, but barely. That's when Eli got committed the first time. I'll be careful, I said and hung up. My hands shook as I called Mom. Riley, thank God. Are you safe? I'm at the apartment. What happened? Eli became agitated during breakfast and attacked a staff member. He ran before security could stop him. Her voice broke. They found his medications in his room. He hasn't been taking them for at least a week. Ice flooded my veins. Eli off his meds was unpredictable. Paranoid. Sometimes violent. Police are searching for him, Mom continued. But Riley, you need to go somewhere safe. Eli's been fixated on you. He thinks you're in danger. That someone's trying to hurt you, and he needs to protect you. A text came through from an unknown number. Little sister, I know what Devin's been doing. I'm coming to save you. My breath caught. Riley, are you still there? I need to go. I hung up. What did Eli mean about Devin? Devin was my best friend. We'd been roommates for 2 years. Another text. Check his computer. Look in the folder called Evidence. Password is Riley Monroe 2019. This was insane. Eli was having an episode. These were delusions. But my feet carried me to Devin's room anyway. His laptop sat closed on his desk. I shouldn't open it. This was wrong. But how would Eli know Devin's password? My hands moved before I could stop them. I typed in the password. It worked. I found the folder. Evidence. Inside were hundreds of files. I clicked on a document labeled Timeline Phase 1. June 2019. Establish contact with Riley Monroe at campus coffee shop. Build rapport gradually. Goal. Gain trust and access to family dynamics. July 2019. Secure roommate arrangement. August 2019. Begin documenting Eli Monroe's behavior through Riley's conversations. September 2019. Plant suggestions about Eli's danger level. Frame as worry for Riley's safety. My blood turned to ice. The entries continued for 3 years. Detailed notes about every conversation I'd had with Devin. Every vulnerable moment. December 2021. Riley confides Eli's hearing voices again. Encourage her to talk to parents about recommitment. March 2022. Success. Eli committed to Fairview following incident with father. Riley feels guilty but believes it was necessary. I clicked on another folder. Photos of Eli taken secretly through windows in parking lots. Outside the hospital. Photos of me too. At work. Walking to my car. Taken without my knowledge. Then I found the video files. Devin's face filled the screen. Day 1247 of Project Monroe. Riley still doesn't suspect anything. She thinks I'm her best friend. She has no idea I've been documenting everything for the lawsuit. My hands trembled. The case against Eli Monroe is almost ready. 3 years of evidence. Riley's testimony will be crucial. She doesn't know it yet, but she's going to help me destroy her brother completely. He smiled. Eli took everything from my family. Now I'm taking everything from his. The video ended. I couldn't breathe. Devin had been using me. For 3 years. Every conversation, every time I'd cried on his shoulder about Eli, he'd been collecting ammunition. But why? I found a folder labeled Backstory. Inside was a news article from 5 years ago. Local man killed in highway accident. Robert Chun, 48, was killed instantly when another vehicle crossed the center line. The driver, Eli Monroe, 19, survived with minor injuries. Witnesses say Monroe appeared confused and disoriented. Monroe's family states he suffers from untreated mental illness. Oh God! Eli had killed Devin's father in an accident. The charges were dropped because of his mental state. But Devin's father was still dead, and Devin had spent 3 years destroying my brother's life in revenge. The apartment door opened. Riley? You home? Devin's voice. Cheerful. Normal. I closed the laptop and stepped out of his room. Hey. He smiled. Did you see my text about Eli? Yeah. You should stay somewhere else tonight. Just to be safe. How did Eli know your password? The smile froze on his face. What? Eli texted me. Told me to check your computer. Gave me your password. How would he know that? Devin stared at me. Then the mask cracked. You went through my computer. You've been using me. For 3 years. Collecting evidence against my brother. Devin's jaw tightened. Your brother killed my father. It was an accident. Eli was sick. He was driving when he shouldn't have been. My dad died because your psycho brother couldn't take his medication. So you manipulated me into helping you destroy him? Devin stepped closer. I didn't manipulate you. I helped you see the truth. That Eli's dangerous. That he needed to be locked away. You documented everything. You called it Project Monroe. I needed evidence for the civil suit. My family lost everything. This time, we're taking you for everything you have. My chest tightened. Get out. This is my apartment too. Get out. Devin grabbed his backpack. Fine. But when Eli shows up, you'll remember why he belongs in a cage. He slammed the door. I stood shaking in the empty apartment. My phone buzzed. Eli, is he gone? How did you know about Devin? I've been aware for a while. Started noticing him around the hospital. Taking pictures. I did research. Found the connection to the accident. Everything clicked. Eli, you attacked a nurse. He tried to force pills down my throat. I panicked. But I had to get out. Had to warn you before Devin's plan went into motion. What plan? He's filing the lawsuit next week. Against me. Against Mom. Against you too, for enabling me. He's going to make you liable. I sank onto the couch. Devin was going to sue me? Where are you? Close. Can I come up? I promise I'm not here to hurt anyone. Every instinct screamed this was dangerous. But he'd been right about everything else. Okay. 10 minutes later, Eli stood in my doorway wearing wrinkled hospital clothes, looking exhausted. But his eyes were clear. Focused. Hey, little sister. Hey. He sat on the couch, hands visible. I'm sorry. I know you trusted him. How long have you known? About 6 months. I started getting clear-headed when they adjusted my medications. Started noticing things. Someone taking photos. I had another patient help me look into it. You hacked Devin's computer from a psychiatric hospital? A small smile. The rec room computer has terrible security. Why didn't you tell me? Would you have believed me? Your psycho brother calling from the mental hospital saying your best friend is destroying our family. His voice was gentle. You would have thought it was another delusion. He was right. I needed you to see the evidence yourself, Eli continued. When I found out about the lawsuit timeline, I knew I had to act. My phone buzzed. Mom, police found Eli's signal near your apartment. They're on their way. Are you safe? I looked at Eli. My brother, who'd killed someone in an accident, who'd attacked our father during a psychotic episode, who'd just escaped from a psychiatric hospital, who'd been right about everything. Yeah, I texted back. I'm safe. I turned to Eli. We need to call the police. You have to go back. I know. But first, we're downloading everything from Devin's computer. Eli's eyes widened. You believe me? I saw the files. Devin used me to destroy you, and I'm not letting him get away with it. For 20 minutes, we worked together. I copied everything onto a flash drive. Every document, every video, every piece of his 3-year manipulation. When police knocked, I opened the door with the flash drive in my pocket. Riley Monroe? We're looking for your brother. He's here. He came to warn me, and I convinced him to wait for you. Eli stood with his hands visible, completely calm. I'm ready to go back, but I need you to know why I left. At the police station, I gave them everything. The flash drive, a statement about Devin's manipulation. The detective examined the files. Your roommate has been documenting you for years without consent. That's illegal surveillance in this state. Can you do anything? We'll investigate. And this impacts any civil suit he tries to file. Eli was returned to Fairview, but I made sure he got a new doctor. One who listened. Devin tried to call me 50 times that week. Left voicemails ranging from apologetic to threatening. I saved every one and forwarded them to the detective. 2 weeks later, Devin was charged with illegal surveillance, stalking, and harassment. His civil suit was thrown out. His lawyer tried to argue he was gathering evidence for legitimate legal action, but the videos of him gloating about destroying the Monroe family made that impossible. Mom called the day Devin was arrested. I can't believe he fooled us all. He was good at it. How's Eli? Better. The new medications are helping. 3 months later, Devin took a plea deal. 3 years probation and a restraining order. His mother called once, saying I'd ruined her son's life. I didn't respond. Eli got transferred to a better facility with more freedom. I visited every week. 6 months after everything happened, I moved into my own apartment. Eli sent me a housewarming gift, a drawing of 2 figures standing together. One was protecting the other, but you couldn't tell which was which. I framed it. Devin sent me one last letter. I almost threw it away. You chose the wrong side, Riley. Eli's a killer who got away with it. One day he'll hurt someone else, and you'll remember I tried to protect you. I burned the letter in my sink. Because Devin was wrong. Eli wasn't a killer who got away with it. He was a sick person who had an accident and spent every day since trying to atone for something he barely remembered. Devin was the one who spent 3 years calculating how to destroy a family, who manipulated and lied and used trust as a weapon. Who's the real psycho in that equation? Last week, Eli's doctor called with good news. He was being considered for a supervised living program. He talks about you constantly, about how you saved him. He saved himself. I just listened. Maybe. But Eli was my brother. And sometimes the bravest thing you can do is trust someone everyone else has written off. Sometimes the person everyone calls psycho is just someone who needs help. And sometimes the real monster is the one who smiles while plotting your destruction. Devin wanted justice for his father. Instead, he got a criminal record and a reputation as someone who stalked a mentally ill person for years. His revenge plan backfired. And me? I got my brother back. Not the brother from before he got sick. That person's gone. But the brother who fights every day to be better. The brother who risked everything to warn me. That's enough. So yeah, my psycho brother escaped from the psychiatric hospital. He came to save me from the real threat. And I'll never regret trusting him. Devin can send all the letters he wants. I'll just keep burning them.